Hello, everybody. It's me again. No, I'm fine. I bet y'all are tired of hearing me and stuff like that, and probably like, golly, we should give it a rest already. But unfortunately, I don't quit. I am not a quitter. I never quitted in my life. I might rest for a while from doing other stuff, but I have not quit. And meaning in that is people will say, hey, you haven't got your GED and all this kind of stuff. But you know what? I haven't quit it. I'm still studying. I know it's taking longer than others, but it's like they say, not everybody's going to win at something just like everybody else. It takes time. So if you're out there and you're struggling on anything, whether it be depression, your weight, your stress, you're you're trying to figure yourself out, I'm here to tell y'all not to give up. And I wanted to give a special shout out to my girl. I'm wearing your earrings. I told you I liked them. I wasn't just lying. But I still got to go fix my face and stuff like that and put on my son's shoe that I just noticed that he took off his sock. But I am a mom, so that's normal. And it is normal to rest your mind. So if you're tired of studying, you're tired of doing stuff, don't give up. It's okay to rest, but don't give up. Okay. Um, it's very good to be in a environment of around people that is around you to help you succeed, and not the ones that push you to success. There is limits in that, and that's why a lot of people end up failing, because so many. I need to go put my contacts on. I was going to wear my glasses today. I am so sorry to switch that up, but I was going to wear I was going to wear my glasses today, but unfortunately they look very freaking cricket. I need to get me some new ones, but not right now. I'm not going to get them right now. I don't need them right now because I have my contacts and I still have these. There we go. I think it's just because I'm tilting my head a certain way, so that's why they look like that to me. Or no, they're cricket. Yeah. But anyway, back to y'all. All right. But like I was saying, it's very important to put yourself in an environment of success, because so many of us end up getting into environments that people end up wanting to party while you're wanting to study. There's people out there that's wanting success just as bad as you do, but they push you more into success, and it makes you get exhausted. You get exhausted trying to do what others are doing. And instead of trying to do what others are doing, how about we stop trying to do what others are doing and do what we want to do? We need to think about an exercise that is going to help us. Um, we need to think of an exercise that's going to help us succeed, not an exercise that is going to make us feel all the same. And it's hard to do exercises because of the fact that nobody likes exercises. I was talking to somebody the other day about exercise, and they were like, well, you might like exercises because you're losing your weight, go, and all this kind of stuff. Well, let me tell you, I don't like exercises. I hate exercises. It To me, it feels like it takes a lot of my time away from my children. So it's kind of hard. But then I started thinking of things like exercises to do with my children. There are things that you can do. There's a lot of YouTube things that you can find. Like, I like to go on there and do the hands, knees, and toes with my 2-year old. We all can figure out something that we like to exercise. And then two, that word exercise can also mean exercising into yourself, like meaning getting to know yourself, getting to know your surroundings, seeing what you like, and not seeing what everybody else is like. Because I see one sticking his head out over there. But it is very important to find something that you like and not what everybody else likes. So that's another thing that you can use for exercise. Instead of physically exercise, you can also do mental exercise, like into finding the things that you like to do, finding the foods you like, your favorite food. Guess what? I just found out that I love broccoli. I love broccoli, even if it don't have cheese or even if it's raw. I'll eat broccoli. I love broccoli. I never knew that about myself. That's just something that you have to find what you like, and that can be an exercise for you. So we need to stop thinking of exercise in a bad way and start thinking of exercise in a good way. Like there is also, you can think of exercise into let's see, an exercise in a reading thing. You can exercise your mind by reading. Not a lot of people are out there that believes in the Bible and or reads the Bible. How about you just pick it up and read it one day and see what it's about? You will find it's very interesting. Like me, I found it very interesting. I'm still working on the first chapter, Genesis. And the reason why I'm still on there is because I let time get to me. I, instead of doing my reading and research and looking into what I'm supposed to be studying, my mind gets unfocused and I become really thinking of other things. Like I start thinking of, oh my God, what am I going to do when the bill comes up? That's something we can stop and not even think about that yet because the bill ain't even here yet. Maybe we need to stop thinking of stuff in the future like that that's going to make you worry. How about think of something in the future like I am going to be let's see, I know what I want to be. What do you want to be? I want to be a successful person. And that's what my mind is on, is being successful. And maybe you want to be something different. Maybe you want to go and you want to be a police officer. Maybe you haven't said, why don't we just start doing the exercises and think back of whenever we were young? And remember when we were young, the teacher told us, what did you want to be when you grow up? They always ask that one question, what did you want to be when you grew up? What did I want when I grew up? I wanted to make sure that I had a good husband, and I wasn't even thinking about kids. To tell you the truth, I didn't even want kids. I was like, oh no, I don't want kids. No, but all I thought about when I was younger is like every little girl thinks, a fairy tale. Fairy tale. I was living in a fairy tale, watching The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, and thinking I wasn't even thinking about kids. I was just thinking about, that love, the compassion and everything. If we all went back to when we were younger, I wonder what we would be all thinking of then. Maybe that's the exercise we need to do. It's going back to our younger age, thinking of all the things that we did wrong and changing it now. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can't change, but there are some things that you can change. Like you can change the people that you're surrounding yourself, because if you're around so many people that are doing bad habits and doing um, bad things, you're going to end up getting into that bad circle and you're going to become that circle. And meaning to that, let me tell you, okay, let me put myself in there. Um, Recently, my boyfriend's been bringing like chocolate, cookies, um, cakes. And what did I do? I ended up having some. And luckily for me, I have those fat fighters. that I have, and I'm waiting for my carb cutters. That way, it can help me on those situations. Because I don't know about you, I love to eat sweets. I know it's not good for us because it could rotten your teeth. And then also it gives you, it blows you out. And then we end up getting into a sick mode where we're constantly tired or we're sick. So you see what I'm trying to say? You get surrounded by the people that are doing something wrong and living their lives in a different way than you are. Because before I met my boyfriend, I wasn't eating very much. I would only drink nothing but water. I never had any other kind of drink. I probably drank a little bit of wine every now and then, but then it got heavier whenever I went around my boyfriend because he ended up wanting to drink more, which that stopped. Thank God he didn't want it no more, and I'm not drinking no more. You see how it is? It's like whatever you're tied to, you end up getting in there. So if you're tied down next to a lot of people that are depressed, stressed, what's going to happen to you? You're going to end up getting in there and you're going to end up being one of those people. The best thing to do is let yourself out and just live you, meaning just to be finding what you love, what you like. Because if you don't, then you're never going to get out of the situation that you're in. You have to make yourself do it. And it's hard, it's easier said than done. We always hear that. It is. It is. Because let me say, I was in a bad relationship. I mean, horrible, where I hated myself. I didn't want to do nothing. I was stuck on the couch. I just wanted to sit there and just cry all the time and blame God because I wasn't happy. But it wasn't God's fault and it wasn't my ex-husband's fault. It wasn't nobody's fault but mine. Why? Because I could have took action. I could have told him, you know what? It ain't working out. Let's leave it at that. Get your stuff. Bye. Or I pack my stuff and my kids. Bye. And yes, I am going to say my kids because I am the mom and I feel like I need to be more of a hands on when it comes to that. Yeah, the father is supposed to be doing his half too, but unfortunately, not you. It is hard to find a good man out there to really do his part. And it is hard to find a woman out there to do her part because everybody got it in their brains that you need to do this because you're a woman. You need to do this because you're a man. But reality, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be 50-50. If we all did 50-50, do you think that our relationships would be lasting? That's a good question. And I'm not licensed to say anything. So that's why I'm just going to leave it at that. But again, I already been through everything, and it takes more to me. The way that I think of it, if you've been through a lot of stuff and you already know about a lot of stuff, then what it is. You already know how everything's going to act. That's the reason why I end up studying people. I study them. I find out what they want in life, and I ask them questions. It's a very easy thing. And if I ask those questions, I start thinking of me. Okay, I just asked that person that question, but I never asked myself that question. Maybe I need to start asking those questions to myself. And that's what most of us stop doing. We stop asking ourselves stuff. Instead of instead of asking ourselves stuff, we're out here trying to give all this information to other people that we don't even know, and we're trying to help them without even knowing. So that's the reason why we end up in a depressed place and a bad world because we're over here giving all this good advice or this bad advice to people that we don't even know if it's bad or good, but we do it anyway. But let me just say, sometimes if the people, because I'm not dissing or saying anything bad about therapists or whatever, but there is some bad therapists. Because why? They haven't been through it. How are you going to help people that you haven't even been through? It's all in your mind. You always have to think, how am I going to do this? And that's what most of us that end up getting stressed out, getting anxiety and depression, is because we don't stop and think. Maybe if we stop and think of everything that is triggering it and change it, maybe we'll have less of depression and less of anxiety. And I say this because I have that. I have depression. I have anxiety. And I notice I've been studying myself, and I've been noticing, whenever I get anxiety, I'm thinking of the future. I'm thinking, "Oh my God, what am I going to do with this? Oh my God, how am I going to afford this? What am I going to do?" I start thinking like that. And then I stop and I'm like, "Wait a minute. I'm not even there yet. Why am I even thinking about it? How about I just take one day at a time?" So that's why I always tell everybody that I encounter of that. I tell them, let's do it one at a time, day by day. The first day, if you wake up and your day is horrible, just think of it. The next day could be better, because that's what I've been doing. Because I know yesterday and the day before, I was having a hell of a day. And excuse my French, but I was. I was having a bad day those 2 days. But then I'm thinking, you know, maybe it's for the best. Maybe all that happened is happening because I'm fixing to be in a change where I am going to be moving in a better rotation. Maybe it's just making it bad right now. That way in the future, I'm better and I have what I need. And I'm not saying that I don't have what I need. We all have what we need. We can be without a we could be like people that are out there that don't have a house and don't have a place to live. And it as is in the cold and don't have a jacket, that are dying because they're freezing up. Just think of what you got. You got a roof over your head. Even if you don't have a warm heater to come home to, at least you have blankets. And at least you have a job. Maybe you could, during the winter when you don't have that, maybe you could go rent a motel room. Be a little vacation. That is not really a vacation, but just act like it's a vacation. Spend your time in a motel. Have fun with your kids. Find something that makes you happy. And I'm not saying to be selfish, because it is sounds like a little bit selfish, especially if you have children like me and forget about them sometimes because you're trying to work so hard on yourself and trying to help yourself. It's okay, because later on they'll be thinking, hey, now I know why mom did this. I'm kind of glad I'm learned off of my mother. Now I can do that for my children and know how to do for my children when I get older. Or if they're already older and they're already going through it, maybe now I know how I can deal with this. So always use yourself as an example for somebody else. And maybe if you do that, maybe, just maybe, you'll get out of that depression and the anxiety, because I know I have. So I just wanted to leave you at that, and y'all have a good day and a good Saturday. For now, I gotta go. Bye. I gotta go spend time with my family. Bye.